What's going on, Jerome's? Take a look at another mock draft and breaking it down. So this is the first round over at NBC Sports. And yeah, this is from last week, so the draft order a little bit changed. So the Vikings are at 20, which is going to be minimum because they are making the playoffs. Of course, that doesn't really matter since the draft order is going to shift quite a bit over these last 3 weeks. So, yeah. But still, fun exercise. Going to take a look at some of these picks. Now, who did have this draft? Dalton Johnson and Josh Schrock. So, respect. So, first one. Trevor Lawrence, Jets. I mean, this one is a fade to complete. Well, the first 3 picks. So, Jets, Trevor Lawrence, Jaguars, 2, Justin Fields, and then 3, Penny Sewell to the Bengals. So, I mean, these 3, are they set in stone? Are they pretty good to go? Does a team who really wants their quarterback, do they see the Bengals as a potential trade down option? Whether they're really in love with Zach Wilson or Trey Lance or hell, maybe even Kyle Trask. I don't know. But yeah, if the Bengals stick and pick Penny Sewell, easy peasy. And also with the Jets, yeah, I mean, the Jets, the new head coach there is going to inherit Trevor Lawrence. You already have Mekhi Becton. You have Denzel Mims as well. Plus, you have another first-round pick. So it is intriguing, even though it's the Jets, and you don't know how firm a footing Joe Douglas is going to have heading to year 3 of this stupid experiment. Anyway, and also they're probably going to go 0-16, so that's not great. Jaguars, getting their guy Justin Fields. I think he'll play well in the fan base. You love his size, you love his athleticism. He's got a great arm. He's a great humble leader as well of Ohio State University. Plus, he's from the Georgia area, so Northeast Florida, Georgia. You already got that vibe going on. I think it'd be really, really great. Plus, Jaguars, so they got James Robinson. They got Laviska Shenault. They got Conley. They got DJ Chark. They have some really intriguing weapons on that Jaguars offense. Next, so that's Penny Sewell. All right, 4, we got our first pick. So, Chargers picking up Ja'Marr Chase. Now, Chargers have issues everywhere. Offensive line, secondary could use some freshening, but I mean, you got your young quarterback. You got Justin Herbert, number 6 overall pick last year. He's looking damn solid. And just get him more weapons. I mean, they already have Mike Williams, great, basically a power forward playing wide receiver. Keenan Allen's career has been revitalized. They got Austin Eckler. Maybe they hang on to Hunter Henry. But, yeah, why not? Why the hell not? Ja'Marr Chase, let's go. Let's go. Next, so Cowboys. That defense is a wreck, especially the secondary. I mean, this one is about as a fait accompli as the top 3 picks as well. But Patrick Surtain the second. Now, could they go Farley in this spot? Maybe, but Surtain, Bama, him and Trevon Diggs getting back together. Big step in Dallas trying to fix that pass defense. Eagles 6. So they miss out on Ja'Marr Chase. It's okay. They still go wide receiver because it's like, we are not going to miss the next Justin Jefferson and DK. So picking up Devonta Smith, absolute dynamic threat and playmaker, and also great as a return man. And whoever the quarterback's going to be, probably going to be Jalen Hurts going forward. But Jalen Hurts chucking it to Devonta Smith and Jalen Reagor, I like it. I like it. I don't like it because I hate the Eagles, but I like it overall. I like it in theory. Panthers 7. So, hey, Teddy, time is over, but they get their quarterback of the future in Zach Wilson. I love me some Zach Wilson. I think that he is one of the fastest risers in this year's draft class, given the season that he's had, and just an absolute cannon for an arm, absolute great decision-making as well. Yes, you can question the level of competition, but this is absolutely a traits-based pick, and like I said, I mean, if a team really wants Zach Wilson, could you see them knocking on the door for Cincinnati to get the number 3 overall pick? Maybe, but also Carolina, they saw him in their backyard when BYU took on Coastal Carolina on 2 days' notice. Now, Wilson didn't have his best game there, but you see the traits, you see the grit, you see everything. So, absolutely love it. It's unfortunate for Teddy. Hey, maybe taking him back to Minnesota. Woo, let's go. Number 8. So Gregory Rousseau coming in with the Falcons. So the Falcons have just tried to find edge. Rousseau, who opted out this year, did have 15.5 sacks last year for the U. He's got the size. Now, does he have the speed and the bend to consistently get the edge in the NFL? Yeah. I don't know, but the Falcons are going to try to find out. Now, could you see them gone Trey Lance here? New GM. Maybe he wants his own guy. Probably going to be stuck with Matt Ryan for at least another year, given the contract. But next up, so the Dolphins at 9. This is the pick that they got from the Texans. So Micah Parsons coming on in. And, man, I love Brian Flores. I love Chris Greer. I love what they're building in Miami. Now, you could get Tua some offensive line help, but you do have another first-round pick. They get him a toy a little bit later on. But here, blitzing as a linebacker, phenomenal. Just a dynamic physical freak. Penn State, on defense, well, hell, offense too, had just been getting freaks, man. Absolute freaks. Also, he's got range. I think he could develop into a very good coverage linebacker as well. But, yeah, Brian Flores gets his guy centerpiece of the middle of that defense for many years to come. Next up, Broncos. So Vic Fangio obviously loves him some man-to-man. Caleb Farley is the best man-to-man quarterback in this draft. 6'2", long, and just put him on someone, right? You got the Chiefs, and you got the Chargers, and now you got the Raiders as well. They're starting to develop a little bit with Ruggs. So you need someone on the outside who can put the clamps on. Caleb Farley is going to do that. Plus, A.J. Bowie is suspended. Yeah. 11. It happened. So obviously this is a change because Washington is leading the division possibly prohibitively. But yeah, so 11, Washington getting their quarterback of the future. Now Alex Smith, could he be the guy for another year or two? Maybe. But also could he pass the torch yet again, just like he did with Patrick Mahomes? I think Trey Lance, just another traits guy. You see some of the throws that he makes, just... It's very rarefied air. And yes, 1 year of experience. Yes, he was a redshirt freshman last year. Yes, level of competition, FCS, but damn, pride of Marshall, Minnesota. Woo, let's go. 12. So Lions. Again, this happens every year. Like this happened with the Browns. Well, not the Browns. The Panthers last year. Derek Brown just fell into their lap. Was that 7 or something like that? So whenever there's a run on quarterbacks or a premium on a couple of positions, good guys just fall. So Kwity Paye going to the Lions, that's annoying. So he stays in the state of Michigan. Pair him up with Trey Flowers and Akwara on the edge, as well as Paye does have some substance. He can stick inside as well in some passing downs, and he's also great against the run. So, yeah, wow. I hate it. I hate everything. Next up, 13 Bears. Speaking of hating everything. All right, so the Bears obviously need some help on the offensive line. They're a mess up front. So Rashawn Slater, they obviously see him up close and personal in their backyard, even though he opted out this year. But he can play tackle. He can play guard. He can play all over the place. Hell, he could probably even play center. And the Bears' offensive line, super shaky. They could probably use them Whitehair, James Daniels, pretty much the only keepers on that offensive line. Everyone else can... GTFO. Rashawn Slater. Hell, maybe even have Rashawn Slater play all 3 spots. I don't know. Maybe. Next up. So I got the Niners. So this is another DK Metcalf, Nuke Hopkins pick. So the Niners probably going to lose Richard Sherman as well. But J.C. Horn's got the length, can stick in the NFC West. I really like that pick there. Next up. Yeah, the Niners are going to need J.C. Horn because Kyle Pitts is coming to the division, man. So Kyle Pitts is basically a wide receiver, let's be honest. But him with Kyler and Nuke and Christian Kirk, let's go. Let's go, man. Football's awesome. 16. So we got the Patriots. Now, could they go quarterback here? Maybe, or they're waiting for the second round. Maybe, but pick up Jaylen Waddle. Not too concerned about the ankle. They need playmakers on the outside, man. You've seen that without Tom Brady and Julian Edelman is dying a very slow death. That they've just been bereft of playmakers on the outside, and now you understand why Belichick traded a 2 for Sanu because he's that desperate, right? So, Jacoby Myers looks like a guy. Me and N'Keal Harry, maybe, but Jaylen Waddle is definitely going to be that guy. Can also help in the return game. Next, 17. So Baltimore retooling that interior offensive line, just picking up Wyatt Davis, the best pure guard in this draft. Plug him in, just some meat and potatoes. That's annoying, man. It's absolutely annoying that the Ravens, wherever they pick, they just get quality players and just like, plug it. It's weird. All right, next up. All right, so the Raiders, like I mentioned, being in the AFC West, you need linebackers who can cover, and Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah is definitely one of those. I mean, he's basically just a big safety, but he's phenomenal. Is exactly what you need as a hybrid in today's modern passing game. So him coming in, it's going to be fantastic, just sitting with those linebackers in that secondary. Next up, 19. So the Giants, Joseph Asai from Texas, who lives in the backfields of the Big 12. Guy who can absolutely get after it, is a physical freak, is a tools guy, is going to test out of the roof. And you like that he's had steady production over 2 years. And, I mean, the Giants, sure, they have Leonard Williams as like a nice interior piece, but don't really have much on the edge. They just really do not. So getting Asai at this spot is good. So Vikings at 20. Yeah. Yeah, so I understand at this stage of the game. Okay, you missed out on Wyatt Davis. Okay, sure you missed out on Ossal. Maybe the Vikings could have gone edge in this spot if he had fell. Sure, but Alex Leatherwood coming out of Alabama, and now it's not overly sexy. It's not a name that's going to move the needle, but I love this one where Alex Leatherwood, he's got some nasty to him. He gets after it. He could play left tackle. He could play both guard spots. So he's really scheme agnostic as well. He could play in a man scheme. He could play in a zone scheme. He's got great movement skills. Like, he's not going to be a freak like a Darrisaw or even like a Sam Cosmi where he's going to test out the roof. He's not going to be that guy. But absolutely rock solid. Has an NFL anchor already. Played in a pro-ish style scheme at Alabama, and I love it, man. I do love this pick, and it's exactly what the Vikings needed. Plus, I like it over, would have liked Davis, but getting the versatility of a Leatherwood, I like that more than a Cosme or a Darrisaw because you're not going to kick either of those guys inside. You feel perfectly fine with Leatherwood. He actually may even be a better guard than left tackle, even though I think that he's an NFL caliber left tackle. And it gives you all the options, whatever you want to do up front. Ideally, future-wise, you want to move Ezra Cleveland to left tackle. So maybe you do that next year. Maybe you kick Riley Reif inside if he restructures or takes a pay cut. Alex Leatherwood can play a guard spot. He can play a tackle. He can do anything that you want to do. So absolutely superstar, meat and potatoes pick. I give for Clem. Just talking about it. Is that you, Rona? No. But I love, at this stage of the game, with the board like this, yeah, I'm absolutely in on Alex Leatherwood. Next up, 21. So the Buccaneers are going to call us Basham. Now, maybe they don't resign Shaq Barrett, who's playing on his franchise tag. So Basham and JPP, yeah, you know me. But yeah, Buccaneers can seriously get after it. We saw that Sunday. 22 Dolphins. So the Dolphins got Micah Parsons in the first round. Other side of the ball, getting Tua some help. Rashad Bateman. Spelled his name wrong. Oh, well. So Rashad Bateman, the Gophers wide receiver. Now, absolutely dynamic. I think he will be a better pro than Tyler Johnson, who fell all the way to the 5th round this year, just unceremoniously. But Bateman, dynamic with the ball in his hands, great runner, great hands. I think he's a great target for Tua going forward. Him, Devontae Parker, Preston Williams. Let's go. 23. So the Colts picking up Sam Cosmi, physical freak. Basically the Ezra Cleveland, Brian O'Neill of this draft class. Does need to add a little bit of size to him. But Anthony Costanzo, man, he's getting up there in age. So replacing him at left tackle. And otherwise, I mean, the Colts offensive line is pretty damn solid. So, Ryan Kelly, Quentin Nelson, Braden Smith, you're good to go there. Next up, 24, the Titans getting Christian Barrymore coming up from Bama. Now, him and Jeffrey Simmons on the inside, gross. 25. So the Jets already got Trevor Lawrence. Now this is fun. I'm on Rondale Moore, him and Denzel Mims. Also Jameson Crowder if he comes back. I love it, man. Plus dynamic help in the return game. It's going to be good times. 26. All right, so the Jaguars pick up their left tackle of the future. You bought the house, now you got to pay for the insurance. So pick up Darrisaw, another physical freak, another dancing bear. It's got those ballerina feet on the outside. Going to be a great protector of Justin Fields. Cam Robinson ain't it. He just ain't it. Also, I question Jawan Taylor as well. So yeah. Next up, Browns getting Jayson Oweh. So pairing him up with Myles Garrett, just another physical freak coming out of Penn State. Happy Valley. I don't know what it is. They just get after it. But it was a guy who was stuck behind Yetur Gross-Matos. But now this year, to a degree, he's been shown that he absolutely can get after it. And yeah, just another delicious pass rusher for Kevin Stefanski and company in Cleveland. They got a good team, by the way. I think the Browns are going to be a force to be reckoned with for years to come. Bills picking up Dylan Moses. So now ACL, hopefully going to be good to go. But him and Tremaine Edmonds, that's a nice linebacker core for Sean McDermott going forward. 29. So the Packers finally get a wide receiver. At least it's not Bateman. At least it's not Rondale Moore. But Terrace Marshall Jr., oh yeah, the other wide receiver from LSU. Big-bodied, 6'3", 200 plus pounds, outside the numbers type guy. It's annoying, but what are you going to do? 30. Chiefs picking up some interior offensive line help. They need help all over the place. But yeah, picking up Creed Humphrey, can play center, can play guard, can do all those things, protecting Patrick Mahomes. Big 12, back at it again. 31. Saints. So Sean Payton's lying when he said that maybe Jameis Winston could take over for Drew Brees? No. Yeah, he's lying. But Mac Jones, absolute distributor. That's all that you need. That's all that Sean Payton's looking for. Now, can he play tight end like Taysom Hill? I don't know. But yeah, Mac Jones goes before Kyle Trask. Ooh. Interesting, intriguing. And 32 Steelers, Patrick Jones, just another guy who can get after it, opposite J.J. Watt. They're going to lose Bud Dupree, who unfortunately had that injury. He was on his franchise tag anyway. So, yeah, they need someone opposite of T.J. Ugh. So, Patrick Jones staying in town, pit to pit. Let's go. But, yeah, like we mentioned, I mean, if the board broke this way and the Vikings end up with Leatherwood, again, I can't complain. I can't. I understand potentially trading down in the spot, maybe get a little bit too cute. Maybe, don't chance it. Don't chance it. You have a guy who's going to be rock solid right away, will be a day one starter at either guard spot or even left tackle if you want to. And, yeah, he's got a nasty disposition. He's got an NFL anchor as well as great movement skills. I mean, I have no complaints at this stage if that goes down. But your thoughts and our thoughts on NBC Sports mock draft, let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work, pull something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.